Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Get in here. Go tell your ma and them to come on. Roll Tide, everybody. Go tell them all to get in here. Hurry up. Go tell them to come on. We got to talk. Hurry up. We're waiting on a few people to get in and we'll get started. Oh, tell me how you're feeling. How's your chest? Mine hurts. Bad. I can't breathe. Cannot breathe. Good Lord. We're going to give it a little bit, let Jeff and everybody get in here. Alabama beats Auburn. What's up, Steven? Welcome in, buddy. Sorry I'm hollering. I'm excited. Man, might have a heart attack here on camera with you all. So, yeah, we're exactly, brother. Bad. I'd say 180 over 120. Roll Tide, Seth. Absolutely. C-Dub. Look, see, I like this. I like that you guys are excited. A lot of people are going to be pissy about this game, but I think a lot of you understand what this game is. What's up, Eric? I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Look, you guys do me a favor really quick. Go share on social media everywhere. Let's get folks in here so we can talk about this. Oh, I need to come down. Roll Tide, David. Welcome in. Hey, everybody, do me a favor. Do me a favor really quick. You got to come back, but go over, if you're watching on YouTube, go over to Cover Crimson. Clint's going to be live over there, and just put hashtag Waaaay Offsides in the comments, 4 A's, and then come back over here. Do it for me really quick. Clint will think it's funny. Dude, exactly, Seth. Yeah, it's the Iron Bowl. Absolutely, man. We won. Showed a lot of grit. Looked fantastic. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, man. Me too, Andrew. There's Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you give me a thumbs up when you're ready, sir. Let me know when you're ready to go. Come on. Dude. All right. I know you were crashing out a little bit during the game in the group chat.
Oh, man.
To be expected. I get it.
A little bit?
I get it.
I was crashing out a lot.
It wasn't pretty, but I don't think, especially anybody that watches our channel, expected it to be. You know?
That's true.
We kind of knew it was going to go like this. By the way, my final score prediction was 26-20. Just saying.
You've been pretty good on the predictions this year.
Not bad. What's up, Larry? Oh man, dude, how's your heart?
It you know, I don't crash out so much as like the we're cooked stuff. You know, a couple minutes into the game, but I do crash out when players do things that deserve criticism.
Yeah, sure, I get it. That's a good question here. Let's go ahead and start talking about this game. Why do we always go away from what's working? I have an answer. I have an answer. It's not going to be an answer that you guys like, but I do have an answer for this. You have to understand Ryan Grubb, Kalen DeBoer, they're learning how to coach in the SEC. You know, just like we all know that the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, is different. I'm not making it. Alabama's running the ball well. Everything looks good. And then you get cute. You're up 17-0. You get cute with that flea flicker. And it felt like everything kind of changed after that.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't know, man. But here's the thing, man. That was a game where just about everything that could go wrong for Alabama went wrong. Mm-hmm. Outside of them turning the ball over, there were a couple of ties should have had turned over. Keep in mind, Auburn's got a top 10 defense. If you're going to have a problem with how they played, what the score differential was, go look at everybody else they played in their losses. They should have beat Oklahoma. They got screwed out of that game, and be honest. They beat Georgia by 10. Georgia beat them by 10. Auburn was a Hugh Freeze away from being a very competitive team this year. If Auburn was able to play like they did today, all season long, they'd be bowl eligible. But they're not. They wanted to ruin our season. They wanted to keep us out of Atlanta, keep us out of the college football playoff, and instead they're not going bowling. So I'll take it, man.
That's been Auburn's MO for the last 7 years, is pour everything into this game. Because by the time it gets to this game, their season's a wash. So they pour everything into this game, especially if it's in Jordan-Hare. You know, the games in Bryant-Denny, we normally have just busted them up pretty good.
Yeah.
And I mean, games are something different.
As is the identity of this team, they had opportunities to put this one away early and just go ahead and kind of nail in the coffin, and they didn't. It's been their MO all year. It's really frustrating.
It drives me nuts.
It's hard. It makes it hard to watch. But again, I'm trying to remain optimistic here. You're going into SEC championship against Georgia, who Alabama matches up with very, very well. And then we'll start talking college football playoff. But I think Bama probably sealed their playoff position today, unless they go get beat by like 40 something against Georgia. They'll be in the playoff.
I don't know if we lose to Georgia if they're going to put us in. I'm still not.
That's fair. I understand. Grubb was definitely problematic. I don't think he's an overall problem. Like I said, I think Grubb is learning how to be an SEC coordinator. It's a big, big difference from what he used to do. I'm not making excuses for him. The dude's doing some sketchy shit sometimes. Excuse the language. I'm just being honest. He's doing some sketchy stuff sometimes that's really frustrating to watch as a fan. We all know. I mean, Jam Miller was running the ball very well, and then they just stopped. It's
like they can't read the room sometimes. You know, he gets 8 yards on first down, and then 2nd and 2, we throw a negative -1 yard pass. 3rd and 3, we throw a jump ball in the end zone, and now it's a field goal. And it's like, there's blood in the water. Stop swimming around the blood. There's blood in the water. Attack.
And I think that's what's so hard for Alabama fans, because we're used to that. We're used to that mentality of the team. Once you're up a couple of scores, dude, it's like you're done. I mean, defensively, offensively, it just they like clamp down on you, and this team doesn't do that. It's a different mentality.
It's like we start playing not to lose almost. It's like we're up 17-0. We better not do anything that we could bust for a touchdown, or we could throw a pick. So we're going to start playing not to lose and go conservative.
And that's tough in this league, especially when they know you haven't run the ball well this year.
Yeah.
That's what got them, along with turnovers. That's what got them against Oklahoma. And so, but
a shout out to Jam Miller. I've been hard on Jam Miller for the last month. Well deserved. His 1.6 yards a carry for a month has not been good.
Definitely sucks he got hurt. I think it
sucks he got hurt. But shout out to Jam. He ran like we were expecting him all year. He ran today, and then until he got hurt, and had a couple bad runs. But that first half, he was the player of the game.
Absolutely. And then, Daniel Hill looked fine in this game. He wasn't anything to write home about, but he got the job done. I felt good about Alabama's run game. Jeff, should we bring up the box score and all that fun stuff?
You got it handy?
Let me get it shared, and then we should be good. There you go. You're going to bring that up on the screen?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I'm going to enlarge it a little bit. So, Alabama goes into Jordan-Hare, which, by the way, he also, guys, you have to think, this is Kalen DeBoer's first time ever playing a game in Jordan-Hare Stadium. And he just walked out of there with a win. He walked out of there with a win against a top 10 defense and a rejuvenated Auburn offense. If you haven't watched Auburn's offense the last 2 games they played since Hugh Freeze has been fired, I tried telling everybody they've been putting up 500 plus yards on people. I did a whole video on this earlier in the week before Thanksgiving, and that Alabama was going to be susceptible to some big plays, and they were. They absolutely were. And then that place is just, it is what it is. But it looked rough, like Keith says, what a crap show. And it was at times. It absolutely was. A lot of penalties that impacted the game heavily. Kim Calhoun comes in and gets his first snaps, and then gets targeting. Just it was rough. Yeah. But all right, let's look at these numbers. So we'll go to team stats first. Alabama once again gets beat in total yardage. This is a problem. This is Yeah, this is a reoccurring problem. And this, I don't like this. This has happened in a couple of games. And this is a direct result of what you guys are talking about in the chat, what Jeff is talking about of kind of getting up and just, coasting, trying to coast. I texted Clint literally in the middle of the game, and he said, "Hey man, you got to keep their foot on the gas," and they did not do that. And then I know a lot of people are upset about Ty Simpson. Oh, he's regressed, this and that. Man, he's getting lit up a lot. Alabama has probably played, I don't know, 5 or 6 of the best pass rushing teams in the country this season. And we all know the struggles that Alabama's had on the offensive line. We know the struggles they've had with the running backs helping with pass protection. It's showing up. And I don't know how the dude's standing, to be honest with you, after that one today. But Alabama, 280 total yards. Auburn finishes with 411. They got the majority of those in the second half. Beat us through the air.
411 yards.
Do what?
I don't know. Yeah. Fun. And then they had a bunch on some busted plays. Got left 12, dropping a pick, and then giving up a 70-yard play.
They did. And Alabama went less aggressive. Alabama was blitzing a lot early in the game and then got away from it. They started only rushing 3. And, that kind of opened some things up for Auburn. I'm not really sure why Kane Womack did that, but that's when they started getting the yards. So, rushing yards about equal. Alabama ran for 158. Now, keep in mind, again, this is one of the best rushing defenses in the country. I think they're like number 11 coming into this game. Alabama does fine in the rushing department. First downs, they beat us there. They had a better third down efficiency.
This looks like the Oklahoma box score. They doubled us and everything, and we won the game.
Just flipped. So, they got the tie 3 times, sacked them. Penalty yardage was equal. Lost fumble, interception, turnovers. I told you guys turnovers were going to be key in this game, and that's how Alabama won this one.
Do we lead the nation in dropped picks? Like, give me interceptions. I mean, if you have to dive for them, you drop them. I get it, but the ones that just hit you right in the hands and we drop, I bet we have to lead the nation in those.
Probably.
And then something
don't know.
Bad always happens on like the next play, or like 2 plays later, a big play happens, or a score or something right after we drop an easy pick. We did 2 of them today.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I don't know if there's anywhere that records that stat. Chad, if there is, let me know. Interesting. Yeah, this is a good question. This was something that was talked about a lot today. Everybody was kind of wondering. I don't know what's going on with Ryan Williams. I don't know why he didn't play. I do know when he was playing, he was kind of getting doubled up. They kind of were using him as a decoy a little bit, but they weren't. I don't know, man. They got away from what's worked this season, right? How many targets did Jeremy Bernard have? Let's look.
He didn't have many. I don't think Ryan Williams had a single one.
No, he didn't. So Jeremy Bernard had 3 targets, man, 3 catches. Isaiah Horton was the guy they went to. Obviously, I guess they saw something with Horton's size that they felt like was an advantage. I definitely think Alabama missed Josh Cuevas today on third down. I think
that play to Marshall Pritchett, I still don't know what happened there. If he bounced off his face while he was jelly-legging it or what. But
maybe.
I don't know what happened.
Ty also has a tendency to throw a fastball when he doesn't need to.
Yes,
you know what I mean? That's
infuriating.
Yeah, and that's happening sometimes. His mood rings. Sit down, Lance. This is a good win. Kalen DeBoer goes into Jordan Hare Stadium and gets his first W. Right. Despite, and Alabama's banged up, dude. We are banged up. We got guys hurt all over the place. You've got guys playing with cast on their hands. It's part of the game. I understand it, but we are not a healthy team right now. So to go in there with what that offense has been doing in a place at night, it seemed like everything was set up for Alabama to lose. There's a reason that game was in the primetime slot. There's a reason that they had Fowler and Herbstreit calling that game again, because that was probably the most likely upset of today, and it did not happen. It didn't happen.
We let him back in it. I mean, 17-0, you should bury somebody. 17-0, moving the ball like that, running the ball like that. There's no reason that the second quarter you should you should go 3-and-out, and get outgained 2-1 basically in the second quarter.
It's really upsetting because if you look, you got to take Eastern Illinois out of the equation. In the second quarter, or excuse me, the second half, offensively, Alabama has not been good all season in the second half of football games. They've had a couple. I think it was the LSU game. They only had a field goal in the second half. I kind of thought that was going to happen again today. Luckily, they go on a very, very long drive. How ballsy was the throw?
I mean, and I literally said in the text thread, I even tweeted this, that, man, we ain't got no balls, man. Like, we just coaching scared, coaching our fears. And then that fourth down on the 15-yard line, you're thinking he's got balls to steal, or he knows that Talty's gonna crap his pants on the field. And so he just said, I like my chances better with Ty than with Talty.
Sure. This has been a big problem
all season. I don't think he's hit a deep ball all season. I can't remember one if he has.
Yeah, he hit a couple, but nothing consistent, man. But obviously he misses the big one to Jeremy Bernard that probably goes for 6 early in the game. That would likely
again. It's like deja vu. It's the same exact throw he missed against Oklahoma or whatever that game was. That he was at LSU or Oklahoma. Maybe it was Oklahoma that he missed him. Same play, same deal, same throw, same everything. Too long, just to have his fingertips incomplete.
Yeah, but
Jeremy Bernard.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. In a lot of these games, dude, he just doesn't have time for this stuff to develop. I mean, he really doesn't. The Ty is running for his life a lot. A lot more than I thought he was this year,
he listed, he drifted left. That one play where he was backpedaling going left, and the whole right side of the field was sealed off. Now 24 was spying him, but he still could have got some positive yards. And what drives me nuts is when he gives up easy first downs with his legs to throw an incomplete pass. Now Blotty should have caught that ball, but if you've got a gimme first down, just take the first down every time, even if it's 3 yards and slide. Take the first down. But he made big time throws. That throw to Horton for the game winner was balls of steel, man. That was, and I couldn't tell what they were doing. It was like, are they trying to draw him off sides? Or are they going to take a delay of game just to back it up so the angle for Talty's better?
Dude, when he dropped back, I was screaming.
I mean, I
almost throwing it.
Yeah, I almost had an aneurysm. And then he threw it in there and he caught it, and I just collapsed on the living room floor. You guys are killing me.
Everybody's asking about Ryan Williams. I'll be honest, we don't know. We'll find out more. E.G., Clint, and all those guys will ask, I'm sure, in the post game.
He was playing regular. I mean, he was a decoy. That one play that Ty threw the howitzer to Jam, that was he would have been running for about 30 yards. Ryan had a great block. He just basically boxed out both those guys, and Jam had a wide open seam, and Ty threw a fastball low and away, and Jam couldn't. And it's like you could tell Jam turned his head and the ball was already on him. Yeah, looking like Baker Mayfield on that police dash cam video.
It'll be likely. You know what? We all kind of need to take a step back and eat our crow, and we owe an apology to, for this game specifically, is Connor Talty. I know we don't like him. I know that his kick was the difference in the Oklahoma game. I get it. But he showed up big time tonight for Bama, hit 2 big kicks.
Man, he smoked both those balls too. I mean, you can hear that come off his foot like he was putting some mustard on it, and things just launched into the sky.
Yeah. Hey, Larry, when was the last time Alabama beat Auburn 6 times in a row, man? When was the last time that happened?
Was it in the Bear tenure?
I don't know. I want to give a shout out to John Riles. If you are in the chat, show yourself, because you know why. I'm not going to call you out because chat will be mean to you, but John Riles, you were wrong, sir. You were wrong. You were way wrong. Can't be done, right? Can't beat them 6 times in a row. It happened.
It happens. Man, and you could tell it meant something. DeBoer is a little bit emotional after this game. I didn't expect to see that. He's normally pretty stoic, almost to a fault sometimes. Where I'm like, enough with the confused half smile look.
I think there's been a lot of rumors floating around about him.
Oh, and the
this
Penn
week.
State bull crap. Give me a freaking break.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that, and
Dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't know, man. Dude, that's a big deal. It doesn't matter what Auburn's record is. To go in there against that defense and walk out of there with a win, it's very similar to South Carolina in the sense that just things were not. It wasn't your day, but you persevered, right? You met the call, and that's the way we have to look at it. Auburn was with Ashton Daniels running. It's a bad matchup for Alabama's defense. That's why everybody was so worried about it.
Exactly.
This is why I was saying I really wanted Georgia in the SEC championship and not Texas A&M, because I think Marcel Reed is a bad matchup for Alabama. Dude, the biggest takeaway for me out of this, I know a lot of people are going to talk about Ty. A lot of people are going to talk about Ryan Williams. Alabama was able to run the ball in this game against a very, very good rush defense. That's very promising moving forward, even without Jam Miller. We saw AK Deer get some snaps.
Got him a catch.
Do what?
He got him a little catch.
Yeah. And then I kind of poetic with Cam Coleman fumbling the ball there at the
I was about to say, when I hit that tweet or they hit the text, I was like, Cam fumbling the game away. Of course, I forgot they had all 3 timeouts, and we were gonna have to punt the ball back to him.
Yeah. So, chat, tell me, what was your takeaway? What, I know a lot of people.
There's Riles.
Is he there?
He's in there.
Wait, hold on, Stephen. There he is. Kudos, John. Way to eat your crow. Hey, look, man. I told you earlier, I said
even Saban
easily could lose that game. So, I want to hear from you, chat. I know it's easy to be pessimistic about this game. Ty Simpson's regressing, all this stuff, but I really want to challenge you to look at it through a positive lens and tell me something you noticed that you felt good about in this game. For me, it obviously was the run game. I think that's where you start. You see what happens when you're running the ball. Alabama offensively was able to push the ball through the air a little bit in the first half, and a lot of that was because they were running the ball. So,
and I'll take any road win on the SEC. I don't care what they look like.
Yeah.
Anytime you go on the road in the SEC and win a game, that's good enough for me. I mean, I do complain. We crash out in the text a lot, but afterwards, it's like, man, hard to win games on the road in the SEC. Yeah. Not every team does it well.
Yep.
That's true. The offensive line actually had some push today. That surprised me.
They did.
Did not expect
it was interesting. First of all, man, hats off to Parker Brailsford. I know he gave up a big sack in that game, but dude,
several did.
Well, as busted up as he's been, and to get in there and go hard in this game, he was in and out, but hats off to that dude.
Listen, it's hard to play against a defense this fast on 2 good legs, much less if you're on one bum ankle and having to block as fast as some of these guys were, as relentless as some of these guys were.
Yeah. Alabama's secondary looked great. Dijon Lee had a couple of busts, but overall he looked good. Bray Hubbard doing Bray Hubbard things. Let's bring this back up, Jeff, if you don't mind. I want to look at some team stats for Bama here.
Nice rebound by Dowd after that ball he kicked off his shin. Went about 8 yards.
Yeah. Look at this, man. Look at you have that up? Yeah, there we go. Jam was averaging almost 6 yards a carry, man. He had 15 for 83 yards. Daniel Hill comes in. He's, I'm that guy. I'm like 4 yards every carry. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. That gets you a first down. Eventually that'll get you a touchdown. Daniel Hill came in, played well. Ty Simpson ran the ball well today, which was nice to see. Finally, we've heard how he is the dual threat guy, but he doesn't run enough, in my opinion. But honestly,
he's lethal with those legs.
He is. But I want to look at the defensive side of the ball. We kind of got a little more bend don't break. Ashton Daniels went nuts on the ground. 23 carries for 108 yards. That's where the majority of their yardage came from. He threw for 260. This offense has been averaging like 510 yards the last couple of games since they've gotten rid of Hugh Freeze and benched Jackson Arnold. I think they had like 5-11 against Vanderbilt, who isn't a bad defense, not great, but so we knew they'd give up some yards, but you hold them to 20 in their place. Yeah, I will say Auburn didn't do themselves any favors. They had a ton.
God, 5 or 6 drops they had.
Ton of drops, man. Ton of drops. So
thank goodness their buttholes were tighter than ours were.
Yeah. You sure can.
Yeah, that end of that half sequence, I didn't enjoy the 3 and out and then giving up a field goal drive right before they got the ball, and then boom, they score in the opening possession. That wasn't ideal.
Sure. No. Yeah.
And then I was like, as soon as that happened, I was like, here it is, the rest of the game. Here's the grind. It's like it's going to be back and forth the rest of the game now that we led them back to within 4.
Yeah.
And showed them hope.
Yeah. Explain to me why you think he should go. Yeah, they're going to get louder.
What?
But
maybe he should go.
Explain to me why he should go. Look, dude.
You don't need to go there.
And I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Kalen DeBoer doesn't fit the traditional SEC mold, and I understand that. And I get that there's a lot of frustration with that. We're talking about some of that with Alabama not really having that killer instinct, that shark attack instinct, where once there's blood in the water, they're putting people away. I get that. But like I said earlier in the show, he and Ryan Grubb are both learning how to be SEC coaches. On top of that, they're fantastic recruiters. We had Xavier Griffin, his mom on. We had Jet Thamala on. Jabarius Garor on. Dude, every one of them and their families talked about how much they enjoy this coaching staff from the top down. Losing Kalen DeBoer would be a huge step back for Alabama right now. A giant step back. I am hoping to goodness that he does not go to Penn State. Let's see what he says. Because of the unranked losses, the talent is there.
Is the talent there, though? Everybody keeps saying the talent's there. Everybody's first thing is he's got the talent. Does he, though?
Well, he doesn't have
the talent just to go 11-1 every year?
Dude,
like, easy peasy?
I don't think people – there is this I don't know, paradox, I guess, where people are stuck in 2015. And I don't think people really understand how much college football has changed in the past.
Ooh, Tobias on a heater.
I don't know where he is. I'll check it out in a second.
Anyway,
I don't think people really understand how much the game has changed with a transfer portal, NIL, all of these things, right? Going 11-1 is extremely difficult unless you have a soft schedule, i.e. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. Right, Texas A&M ran into a really good defense.
They played Georgia. That's it.
Yeah, and what happened? They lost. Right, A&M ran into Texas the other night, and they lost. Right, so if you don't have a soft schedule, going 11-1 is really, really, really difficult. And I'm going to tell you, those unranked losses are going to happen more and more and more across the board because the talent is spread out. Guys aren't sitting waiting anymore. They can go get paid somewhere else. Now, there's some losses for Alabama this year. If Alabama could run the ball consistently all year, they'd be undefeated right now.
You saw in the first half how this offense can function when they're running the ball.
Yeah.
17 zip.
Yeah. I firmly believe that. I mean, I don't have a reason not to believe that. They would have been able to control the game against Florida State. They would have beat Oklahoma. They had zero excuse. You can make excuses for the Florida State loss. Week 1 on the road, scouting was very difficult for that game. Oklahoma,
Gus had been working on a game for 6 months.
Yeah, Alabama should have won that Oklahoma game. Yeah, without a doubt. But Kalen DeBoer's learning. Look, he just beat Auburn on the road, right? got Alabama in the SEC championship game. Again, I think Bama's going to win the SEC. Personally, I think they are a really good matchup for Georgia. Or Georgia's a good matchup for Alabama. And they've got them, as long as you don't go get blown out in Atlanta, Alabama's got a 90% chance to make the college football playoff right now. All right.
Does Georgia have any, like,
and they can do that.
And Georgia have a defensive line full of speed rushers, like every defense we played for the last month and a half?
Say it one more time.
Does Georgia have a defensive line full of nothing but speed pass rushers like we've faced the last month and a half straight?
No, they don't. And their secondary is sketchy.
Their offense is playing better. I'll give Gunnar Stockton that. He's playing much better. So this is, but I'm with you. Better the enemy we know than the enemy we don't.
I agree. Look, man, this game, it's becoming more and more about matchups and how you match up against your weekly opponent, right? You can go play. This is why we knew, take all the variables about Auburn off the table. The fact that it was in Jordan-Hare, the fact it was a night game, take all that off the table. You knew Auburn was going to give Alabama fits, especially defensively, because of the style of offense, the matchups that they have, right? Ashton Daniels is a nightmare. If they would have put Deuce Knight in, he's a run-first quarterback. That would have been even worse, right? That's what you look at. So, any team that matches up poorly against somebody, it doesn't matter what your record is, you can lose that football game, especially now when the talent is so wide. There's parity in college football, especially in the SEC. And I suggest if you're still hanging on to we should go undefeated and win a national championship every season, you might want to go watch the NFL, because starting next season, it's going to be even harder, because for whatever reason, the SEC is going to 9 conference games. Just saying.
We're not getting to play Purdue during rivalry week.
Boom. Lance, of course you did. It's a bad matchup for Alabama, man. Bad matchup.
Why'd you want A&M? We don't know anything about them.
Bad matchup.
Marcel Reed's a much bigger problem for us than Gunnar Stockton.
Exactly.
Exactly. In my opinion. But I've been way wrong on many things this year. Although I was right on 10-2. I did predict 10-2.
I'm proud of you.
I didn't predict the two that I thought I didn't get right, but I did get the 10-2 part.
Thank you. Exactly.
Right.
You get it.
Nobody's going undefeated in this league anymore. It's not happening.
You get it.
And especially if we have to play an extra game, a 9th conference game, and a conference championship game. So now we got to play 10 SEC games to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, Larry, nobody wants to play Georgia right now. It's Georgia, man.
Except like us.
Yeah, I'm happy to play Georgia again. It's Georgia, dude. I mean, they're good. I'm not going to take that away from them. Are they elite? No, I don't think anybody in college football is elite anymore. The talent is too widely dispersed.
You're right, Tobias. And it's starting. Like with these 2 recruiting classes. Look at the offensive linemen he's recruiting in these classes. They're not 360-pound maulers.
Yes.
They're athletic guys that can pull and run.
Yep. And that's a whole nother aspect of this that people don't understand, is we're still in this weird limbo between Nick Saban's guys and Kalen DeBoer's guys, especially on that offensive line, what you're talking about, Jeff. You look at the offensive lines that Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb had in other places. They were smaller, more at Parker Brailsford, smaller, more agile, right?
Michael Carroll. Look, Michael Carroll, freshman.
Yes, exactly.
By these guys. He's a very athletic tackle.
Next season, the offensive line is going to flow better. Now, will that type of line hold up in the SEC? That remains to be seen. But ideally, you're going to bring in Austin Mack is going to be your starter next year, or Keelan Russell. I think it'll be Keelan Russell. We'll see. But
I don't think
behind
an
offensive line that's built specifically for them, it'll look a lot different next year.
Hey, and there's one quarterback coming in next year that's going to compete his ass off for QB1, and he's going to give them everything they want. That's our man, Jet.
Don't feed the trolls, guys. Don't feed the trolls.
Shout out Jet Tamalo through 61 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
In first halves, mostly.
Dude, Jet's crazy, man. Jet's crazy.
First halves. He sat most of the second halves. He had 60 touchdowns this year. That's 7 in the championship game. Halftime, 7.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man.
No, they're not. They're not about to go hunting.
Don't acknowledge it. That I know. I see it too. I'm about to boot them. But
Yeah,
it's
Tobias
fine,
is
whatever.
right.
All they're doing is helping engagement every time they comment. So jokes on them. But
You an Oregon State Beaver.
stop it, Tobias. We don't want to lose anybody. We're definitely gonna. So Ryan Williams might be an Oregon State Beaver next season. We'll see.
I don't know what we're gonna get from him.
Anyway, yeah. So looking forward to the SEC championship. We can talk about that for a little bit. Georgia doesn't have the pass rush that they traditionally had. They've gotten a little bit better. When you look at Alabama's pass rush, they've gotten better when Kane Womack actually rushes more than 3 throughout the season. Georgia's kind of remained stagnant. They're not really affecting quarterbacks as much as you would, ideally Kirby Smart probably wants them to. That's what I'm saying. I think Alabama matches up very, very well with them. Now, the difference is Kirby Smart is really, really good at second half adjustment. So if Alabama comes out firing offensively, which I expect that they will, and they're going to have to adjust their game plan in the second half. They didn't do that in Athens. And luckily they had a big enough lead to where Georgia couldn't finish, but
Thank you, Bama Joe.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. Make sure you subscribe. Tell your grandma and them, bro. Tell everybody.
Yeah. So how bad's Jam's knee injury? I don't think he's be back. If he's going out on crutches, that would shock me if he's back in a week. So that's going to be the Daniel Hill show. Kevin Riley got a broken hand. Maybe AK Deer will finally get.
No, he said Kevin Riley's got a broken jaw, bro.
Jaw, my bad. I thought.
When did that happen?
I'm sure it's practice.
Is it a practice
all these
injury?
season-ending practice injuries are my favorite. I love every week going, hey, practice injury. He's out for 6 weeks. Hey, practice injury. He's in the hospital with a neck contusion.
Yeah. Larry, that's a great question, or that's a great point. And I have put out video after video discussing why I don't think we should play the SEC championship game anymore. And this is why I know that the old school thought process is you want to win the SEC. It's as good as the national championship. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I don't. Ole Miss does. Now, what remains to be seen there, of course, is if they have a head coach. Personally, I think he stays at Ole Miss. That's just my thoughts. But tell me what you think.
Don't care. So
you
Georgia. No, I don't. And the people that think that DeBoer is going to go to Penn State just so we can hire Lane need to stop. Drinking Willie's revenge.
Yeah, Jack. I wish I could, man. Honest to gosh, I wish I knew what was going on. I'm sure that he'll be asked. Caleb DeBoer will be asked in the post-game presser. So as soon as we see it and get that question or that answer to that question, we'll retweet it. I'll probably do a video on it tomorrow. Also, sorry I didn't put out a ton of content this week. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving week. We were traveling. Literally just got back home this morning. So
I was Duke in the ACC championship game at 7-5
dude,
over Miami.
The ACC is pitiful. It's pitiful, man.
They're going to win and be 8-5 in the playoffs because these stupid automatic bids that this dumb system is the dumbest system ever, the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I get it, man. The times he did play today, he was doubled up.
Right. Yeah.
And so I think they were trying to use him more as a decoy. But it was interesting because Jeremy Bernard didn't get a ton of targets either today. They targeted. They seemed to favor Isaiah Horton. I think maybe they felt like they had an advantage there with his size. Trying to, they really needed to neutralize Auburn's pass rush. I think they did an okay job of that. That probably factored into it. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Williams is dinged up a little bit. Everybody else seems to be, right? So
you're right, Suave. The Georgia defense is much better. The offense is much better. I mean, this is a much better Georgia team than we played in week 4 or 5, whenever that was. Don't get it twisted. I'm not crapping on Georgia at all. I just think Alabama, if they were going to play Texas A&M or Georgia in the SEC championship, Georgia's a better matchup for Alabama than Texas. That's all. Well, it's familiar. DeBoer's now. This will be the third time he's faced this staff and this team. So this is. I feel like I'm in agreement with Cotton here. Not saying it's an easier opponent, but the familiar one is we match up better with Georgia than we do against Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So but he's not crapping on Georgia by any stretch. I mean, they're where they are for a reason. Nobody wants to play them right now. I mean, they're playing well.
I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't. I think they should. I think they absolutely should, but it's not going to happen. They also need to not. Group of 5 shouldn't get a bid.
No, we're not participation places here. This system is so stupid. I can't believe this is real life.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It gave us all heart attacks, but it was kind of nice to see him kind of get featured the way he did tonight.
Yeah, because I thought he made that catch in the end zone that guy slapped away there right at the end. I thought he brought that in. I was about to get hyped. Not JT.
So here's the thing about this, and I know the initial reaction when Bama lost to Oklahoma and they dropped Alabama to 10 was, okay, if we lose the SEC championship, they're going to leave us out. Two things. I think that because Notre Dame does not play a conference championship, that's going to hurt them in the final rankings. Everybody else is going to play an extra game. I don't think that they can, with a straight face, penalize anybody for that. They already kind of set a precedent for that with SMU last year. Secondly, if they were to leave Alabama out for losing a close SEC championship, that would be the death of conference championship games. Maybe it should be. I don't know. That's for you to decide. I have my own opinions, but
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that would be very, very silly. Greg Byrne would cancel the SEC championship the next morning. It'd be done. But that being said, I would not be shocked if Alabama lost to Georgia if they left them out. It wouldn't shock me. This committee has done a terrible job with their decision making, and they've done a really bad job of explaining it. You still can't explain to me why Notre Dame is ranked over Miami. I don't get it. Miami has a head-to-head over them, same record. That would be crazy. Yes. But
this right here would be grounds for dismissal of everything.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're absolutely right. They did. So I mean, I wouldn't put anything past them. Yeah, and that was a damn good Georgia team too.
That was a fantastic Georgia team.
Really, really good Georgia team. But they can love Notre Dame all they want to. Bill's head will literally explode if Notre Dame gets a playoff shot and Alabama does not with a SEC championship loss. Now, here's the thing. Best case scenario here, something else we need to talk about and consider is if Alabama beats Georgia, do they get a bye week?
I don't know how all that shakes out.
He's like, I'm not even going to try.
I'm not even going to try. I just want to win the game Saturday. Wherever it shakes out after that is where it is. But I just want to win the game.
Sure.
Saturday, boy, at 10-2 looks a lot better than 9-3.
Tobias says yes. I think so too.
Okay. SEC winner should get a bye.
Yeah, I agree. The SEC champion should get a bye week no matter what. It doesn't matter who it is. So
I mean, they gave Boise State a bye week last week. Not last week, but last year, I meant.
Yeah. Look, listen.
That ain't
I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be super candid right now. Okay. None of this like I'm a fan, so I'm gonna be biased. I think right now, if Alabama made the college football playoff, they would not go very deep. The way they're playing right now, how banged up they are, I don't think they would go very deep. In saying that, you want Alabama in the college football playoff because of the brand, right? There is a standard, there is a perception of Alabama that is slowly starting to change nationally. Alabama making the playoff kind of helps it helps with recruiting. It helps with a lot of different things. It helps with, if Kane Womack takes a job somewhere else, Ryan Grubb takes a job somewhere else, bringing in and replacing those coordinators with good coordinators, right? Well, this was a playoff team last year. I want to go play at Alabama, right? So there are a lot of benefits to making the college football playoff than just winning a national championship. I think the standard should remain the same. The standard is if you're going to make it, it's natty or bust. But there's always with the expanded playoff, there's a silver lining. Can we study the what? Hold on, I was commenting too fast. Can we study the slow starts and poor play ever since the SC game? Well, I'll tell you just my thoughts on it. Jeff, is that okay? I'm talking a lot. All right. It's okay. You look exhausted, brother.
I am exhausted, but
my thoughts on this are a couple of things. First and foremost, that FSU game in week 1 lit a fire under everybody, right? I think that kind of peaked around the Tennessee game. I think they slowly started to come down from that high, that revigoration, and it kind of started to fade out there. I thought the bye week might help. It didn't. They turned the ball over uncharacteristically, lose to Oklahoma. I think that lit a little bit of a fire. I think some of it is on coordinators, man. I think Ryan Grubb has a tendency to kind of revert back to who he was in the Big 12 and do things that really don't make a lot of sense. I think he's still learning how to be an SEC offensive coordinator. I think those are probably the two biggest things. Ty Simpson, a lot of people are talking about Ty Simpson's regressing, this and that. Ty's been put in some really tough spots, man. Really
crap kicked out of him tonight. I thought he concussed him twice.
Yeah, dude. And I actually think he's banged up a little bit. I think he's playing through some stuff that we don't really know about. So
I swear to God,
I remember you did.
If we run another double wide receiver reverse triple fakes trick play again, coming out off a positive gain, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh, we're gonna get up on Georgia 21-0 and just start running reverses and Statue of Liberties.
Grubb is fastly becoming known as the momentum killer. I mean, it's like if you got momentum, you got momentum, give it to old Grubster, baby. He'll squash it quick. Give him about 3 play calls, and he'll kill all the momentum that you have.
Yeah. Oh man, I clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, that was out of.
Let's sabotage the entire show.
Yeah, he's been dinged up, and tonight he took a beating. Even on that third down play where he scrambled and got tackled, and they tackled him by his neck, and it looked like they diamond cut him on that third down play.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
I was like, let's not get our quarterback killed on a give up play.
Yeah, but homie showed up when you needed him to go ahead and finish it off. He did.
What a call! What a throw! What a
in a tiny window. I like that. I like that.
That
drive.
Kudos for that.
That drive right there will go down in Iron Bowl history.
That's like the last Iron, the Grave Digger, the Bryce Young, the 09 drive. I mean,
that was probably more clutch than the South Carolina drive, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, just saying.
Yeah, because we didn't have Cuevas. He was a major void in this game. You could tell we did not have Cuevas in this game.
Yeah. So this is a great question because I felt like Auburn was playing pretty dirty the entire game. I don't know if anybody else got that vibe. They started off baiting Alabama into penalties. There was the late hit out of bounds. I think it was on, who was that on? Early in the game. But the receiver goes to turn in, sees that he's about to get tackled, and steps 1 foot backwards, so it's out of bounds. So he gets hit out of bounds, and they call a 15-yard penalty. Little stuff like that was going on all night. Mm-hmm. They were trying to fold Ty Simpson up all night. Definitely felt like there was some nasty stuff. Now, Auburn's a very aggressive defense. They have been all season. But, whatever. We all did, Jack.
Goal. He didn't think he didn't care about his job. He was pretty emotional after the game. I think he cared quite a bit.
Yeah, he did. It was nice to
players care. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Cotton's been saying this for like 6 weeks that Auburn's now. Jacob, our other friend, said 2 months ago we were not winning the Iron Bowl. So shout out to Waaaay Offsides J. Will for predicting 2 months ago we would not win this game.
I said it before the Oklahoma game. I said if we lose Oklahoma, we're not winning the Iron Bowl. I was wrong.
Cotton's been saying though for 6 weeks that this Auburn defense was a relentless pass rush. They can be got on the rushing end sometimes. Here lately, you've seen them show some cracks in the rushing armor, but in terms of, we're playing with the lead, throwing the ball every down, so they're just pinning their ears back every play. They're blitzing 0 blitz. They're blitzing 7 to our 5 blockers, and it's like we have the lead. Why are we putting them in positions where they can just blitz every play? Like, I don't care. We have the lead here.
Yeah.
17 zip, and it's like, let's run all these. Here's the next 20 plays. They can blitz every one of these play calls. Sure. Ty, you're going to get concussed twice and get folded in half. We may run here and there, but
they're going to mess around. Ty Simpson's gonna get nothing but coloring books for Christmas.
I mean, I'm telling you, sometimes, and shout out to Legend on Twitter who had a great tweet that was like, he said, "I can't believe that Grubb is sabotaging his own game plan. It's like the game plan was working. What are we doing?"
Well, that's what chat was saying earlier. Just real quick, this question, I would not hold your breath. He was in a boot.
I doubt it.
Had his little trolley for his
the
leg.
Game's only a week away. It's not 2 weeks anymore. It's a week away. So
yeah, somebody's gonna have to step up for that game. I think Pritchard is capable. He's young. The moment was a little big for him today, but we'll see. So yeah,
jelly legs in there taking any critical down and distances, but
yeah,
somebody needs to.
Yeah, folks are talking about the Tennessee game. Yeah, Vandy beat the piss out of Tennessee today. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think Diego Pavia should win the Heisman Trophy? I kind of do. I don't like him at all, but I kind of do.
If you're pushing 30, man, you should be ineligible. But but if you look at numbers the last month, I mean, every game he's 500 yards of offense, regardless of the opponent. Now they can't stop anyone, but that's, he's getting in these shootout games and he's putting up numbers.
Sure,
they're 10-2. If they make the playoffs, I mean, who wants to play them in the playoffs? Who wants to play Diego Pavia right now in the playoffs?
I'll play him again. So I'll play him again. I think
you're nervous about Marcel Reed, but Diego Pavia's like, hey, no problem, we got it, no worries.
I personally,
but Marcel Reed, no, I don't want no part of Marcel Reed. Pavia, whatever.
I think Reed's a lot more athletic than and Texas A&M has a really good defense. So I don't want the combination, man, of a mobile quarterback with a really good defense. You saw what happened tonight. Put up 411 yards on Alabama.
They're going to get in because A, they're 10-2 in the SEC, hard to keep them out, and B, Pavia is box office, man. With everything around him, he's box office. So they're going to want, college football is going to want their marquee box office player in the playoffs.
Yeah, good.
Yes, Gelato 3299. We are. I dang near lost my mind about that.
Yeah, Gelato. I don't have an answer for you on that. You're gonna have to ask Ryan Grubb. It was stupid.
When I saw this play, what I thought of, Cotton, when this play happened, I thought of that game where Kiffin called some pass play Saban didn't like, and Saban just eviscerated him on the sideline, just chewed him up one side and down the other. Yeah. That's what I felt like when I saw that reverse. I was like, I need to see Debo over there just chewing Grubb up one side and down the other.
Dude, I think everybody collectively.
Thank you for the super chat, Gelato. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody collectively, when that happened, was like, "What?"
Gosh,
that was a pivotal thing in this game. I think if Alabama does not do that, they go on to blow Auburn out. It changed everything.
Yes,
in this
they're
game.
moving the ball to go up 24-3 or 24-zip, whatever the thing was, and that killed the momentum. I'm telling you, the Grubb, the momentum killer. It's like he woke up and said, "Oh my gosh, look at all this momentum we have. Hang on, let me go to page 130 of the playbook."
It was just like, "Hey, I've got something here I want to do.
There it is.
I'm just gonna do it."
It took him 40 seconds to call the play in.
Yeah, you could kind of, dude. What gets me is it's so predictable at this point. Like I tweeted out right before halftime, I was like, Alabama's been terrible offensively in second halves of this game. Just to kind of go, hey, be prepared for this. And guess what, man? Outside of that one drive, they did not look great offensively the rest of the second half, man. And it's just, it's frustrating because, like I said, if I can figure it out, I'm just some dude that bought a camera and a microphone. If I can figure it out, defensive coordinators that are getting paid millions can definitely figure it out, and they have. And that's what Brent Venables did. And so, Alabama's got his work cut out for them next week, man. In Atlanta, they do. But again,
you're on to something here, Lance. Too 4-minute TV timeout, and then come back and have to burn a time.
Oh yeah, dude. I was livid. My son was like, "It's not that big of a deal." I'm like, "Dude,
shut up."
Yeah.
Cotton,
you're grounded.
Cotton, stop smashing your son with a pillow. What did he do?
My son's like, I'm 19. I was like, I don't care. Get out. Move out, dude.
Get out.
Get out of my house. Yeah. It seems like some practical stuff, Gelato. that should be more prevalent in the offense isn't there right now. I don't know, man.
Especially on those zero blitzes. It's like that means the middle of the field's easy pickings. Whenever we would run that, when Golding would run that 30 or 35 times in a row with Henry Toa, the worst blitzing linebacker ever. We would get killed in the middle of the field all the time on them quick slants or the little dumps to the tight end.
I kept saying it, man. Like the plays are there, dude. Like it was there for Alabama to be much more efficient offensively. They just, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure. It was a really wonky offensive game plan, and it worked.
Yeah, very inconsistent.
To get them a W, but it was. It's again. It feels like a round peg in a square hole. Like it's just not cohesive.
Something's off.
It feels like it's being forced. It just, and I really do think it's a personnel problem at this point. I do. I think, like I said, Ryan Grubb maybe isn't as advertised. But
has been on that for a while.
Yeah. Shout out to Tobias. But
yes, we are the good people. You're right. That was going to be a big gain. But he didn't turn around quick enough and tie through a friggin' howitzer.
Again, he does that. I don't know why. Yeah. Dude, I think Ty has gotten to the point where he's so scared to throw picks. I mean, you can see it in his delivery sometimes. That's why he's overthrowing guys in the middle of the field. Like he's overthrown that one route to Jeremy Bernard so many times. But it's because he's trying to layer, and then you get it picked off last week against Eastern Illinois, and then Auburn almost picked it off again today, right? And so he's trying to put a little bit more air under it, and
he must not have seen that guy on that Auburn play, because I mean he had about 7 seconds to throw, and then when he unloaded it, I said he saw somebody open, and that Auburn guy almost picked it off. I said, "Jeez."
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's right. Absolutely, I'm with you. I'm with you. I want a pretty win too. I want one where I don't feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Yes, preach, Michael, preach. Give me Jeremy Pruitt, Kane Womack. Go do your thing. I love you. You have overperformed. You have done exactly what Alabama Nation needs from you this season. But if Jeremy Pruitt's on the table, I'm taking Jeremy Pruitt every time. Just saying. Big Jeremy Pruitt fan over here.
Might be an option. Might be an option. Never say never.
So
I think his show cause is up now after this year, so never say never.
Absolutely.
Yes, Coach Huff is coming, I hope. Hope he didn't sign a long-term lease in Los Angeles. Hope he just signed a 1-year lease, and DeBoer's going to call him and say, "Hey, buddy, come on back to the house."
Absolutely. All right, guys. It is late. It's past midnight where I am. Jeff is about to fall asleep.
Yeah, so I'm struggling.
We're going to wrap it up. We got a lot of content I'll be working on dropping tomorrow. I know a lot of people don't post on Sundays. We do.
568 in here tonight. Roll Tide, everyone.
Yeah, roll Tide, everybody. So there's 568 of you. If you're not subscribed, please do so. You can find us everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Where else, Jeff? Where am I forgetting? X at Waaaay Offsides Way with 4 A's.
That's where we're most active, is on X.
That's right. Tell them, Skip.
Way. This is all caps. Waaaay. Way.
That's right. Beautiful.
Tobias, you shut your face. That Mike Tomlin talk.
Alabama beats Auburn 27-20. It wasn't pretty, but they got the job done and likely have sealed their fate in terms of the college football playoff. They will play Georgia next week. We'll be here. Now, I'll be actually in Alabama next week, Jeff, but I'll be able to do it live after the game. So we'll hop on together. Should be great. But thank you all. I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's ready to go back to work in a couple of days. Hang in there. Holiday break is coming. Yeah, man. If you haven't subscribe. Do please. Helps keep the channel free. I don't know what else to say. Let's just get out of here.
Good win tonight. Big win.
Great win. Yeah, we're going to celebrate this one a little bit extra. As always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands. Horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.